So the story of Ella Mae is about a little girl who goes through a tough time at school with bullying. And she has a choice to make on if she is going to retaliate or if she's going to be kind. And she makes some tough choices, leans on her faith in God, and in the end she receives a reward from Jesus for doing the right thing. Ella Mae is a product of a history that happened in my life. It's a testimony of a difficult time in my life where I went through several years of bullying, and looking back as an adult and going through some healing, the book was born. When I woke up the morning that I wrote Ella Mae, the Courageous Cheerleader, I had no idea that I was going to write a book that day. I woke up, it was a quiet morning, it was a Saturday, and it was a rare moment where a mother had some time to herself. And I poured my coffee, and as I poured my coffee, these words started to flow in my mind. And it was like music, they were rhyming. And I thought, I had better get a pen and write this down. And so I sat there with my coffee and I just wrote, and it just flowed. These beautiful words that rhymed all flowed out, and in about 45 minutes before anyone had woken up from my house, I had Ella Mae, the Courageous Cheerleader on a piece of paper. My vision is that it really ministers to children who have been bullied. There's a lot that we have right now in our environment and resources that are for anti-bullying and prevention, and I rally around those, but I know that bullying will still happen. And so what I want is for this book to minister to the kids who do face it, who have to live with it for a time. And I want them to know that Jesus is on their side, that they will have victory, and that there is life on the other side of bullying. I want them to be encouraged, and I really want this to minister to them. When you're tiny, when you're young, you have a tendency to think, good means God loves me, bad means God doesn't love me. And I want kids to know that difficulty doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. He's there. You can look for him. If I'm invited to come and share the story of Ella Mae, I usually open up with an introduction to Ella Mae, the character. I always read the book in a way that all of the children can see visually, depending on the group size, but I always have a way where every child can see visually the book. There's one thing that always happens that I think is so sweet. No matter how wiggly the kids are, no matter how chatty they are during the introduction, when I open the book and I get started, I always witness complete silence and focus. At the end, I always bring out my pet hedgehog, Ella Mae, and it brings so much joy to the kids. Big kids, little kids, adults alike. And we talk about what it's like to be a hedgehog and how this little hedgehog has spines. That's her protection, and that God gives us his protection as well. And so it really does relate to the book. I can come to public schools, private schools, Christian and non-Christian environments, and there's a way to share it with everyone.